But so, okay, so, Packers hold within 10. It covers in most betting arenas. How do you feel about the Packers season now? Well, they're 3-5. Is how I feel about it. No, they did, like, finally. Okay, they put what did they? I think Aaron Jones rushed 20 times, and that's huge. Aaron Jones is right now our best player, and AJ Dillon I don't think is very far behind him. If you really get that opportunity to let him kind of do his thing. He's a 1 yard, 2 yard, 3 yard, 2 yard, 4 yard, 6 yard, 4 yard, 7 yard, 8 yard, 6 yard, 10 yard, 11 yard. Obviously not necessarily in that order, but you're going to get some good chunk plays out of him. And I think that is just one of those huge killer things when he has, it's 1st and 10 and he rushes for a first down. I think that it's just like killer because it's not like, all that they do really is they just send him right at the middle. They run him right into contact, for better or for worse. I'd like to see a little bit of off play, as soon as you say AJ Dillon and single back, it's like, well, or strong, or whatever, you get the idea. It's like, well, he's probably going right up the fucking middle, so, let's see, what else? Chiefs were on bye. How do you feel about them getting to the 1 seed? Really? Who's the guy? Well, okay. No, I'm not like. Obviously, like I still think it's the Chiefs' game to lose necessarily. Well, you know what? It's obviously the Bills. It's the Bills. It's the Bills' season, and everybody else just gets to play in it. Is I think the correct way of looking at it, even if it's a bit of a haptic method. The Bills are very good. Even Josh Allen throwing 2 picks yesterday. That wasn't enough for the Packers to really even make it a close game. Um, you know, Anything could have happened there in that last moment, but they shanked the field goal. But so anyway, I don't see the Chiefs getting that 1 seed, but that doesn't mean that they're out of anything. I think it's the Bills, right? If you could see me, you can't. But the Bills at the top, the Chiefs, put them a rung beneath them. Because, there are questions on the defense, and the special teams is bad, and time management is confusing. But right there, and then, like, everybody else is fighting for third, But, so, the Chiefs got things to look forward to. Raiders got shut out. Yeah, no, boy, howdy. Like, that's gotta be demoralizing. That's gotta just fucking hurt. You're talking about a team, they just came off bye. They just came off their bye to fucking, to get shut out, in New Orleans. I get it. The New Orleans defense has been good, So, but fucking, Devontae Adams had a catch for 3 whole yards. That's, wow. So, I don't know. That's like we say, it's not necessarily going to be better just because you want it to be. Just because they knew, it was the first one on, like, oh, buddy, going to the Raiders. Like, they find ways to lose. That wasn't even the case. They just got their teeth kicked in. Fucking, 0. So now they're 2-5, and I don't know. I wouldn't be, for as badly as I felt about the Packers for the past few weeks, I would not feel good about the Raiders. And then one more here. Let's choose a good one. The Seahawks beat the Giants at home. How do you feel about their playoff chances? I'll tell you what, like, the Rams look bad. The Niners, they don't look bad at all necessarily, but, they're kind of one of those teams that's like, well, they're finding a way to lose, I don't think anybody really believes in the Cardinals for whatever reason. So I don't, I'm not going to sit here and say, that they're not going to get in or that they will get in. They're very 4-4, but they did beat the Giants, who, were looking good. They looked like they had figured out what they were going to do. Even though it was at home. And as I've said, I've made a point of like, hey, like, if there's one team that has home field advantage, it's the fucking 12s. But with that said, I mean, it's just one of those things where I feel like, yeah, don't fucking. Geno Smith is clearly the best quarterback in that division. Would you go with me on that? Whether or not that's fair, I mean, fucking I got into a fucking, not a, like, it's whatever, just a discussion with, like, I don't understand who these cats are that are saying Matt Stafford should be a Hall of Famer, or is a fringe Hall of Famer. It's like, he's got one Pro Bowl. That pause is intentional. I don't know, like, what else are we fucking talking about? He's got one Pro Bowl. Yeah, he won a Super Bowl, but so did fucking Trent Dilfer. Let's fucking throw his ass in. I mean, for fuck's sake, what are we, okay, what I'm saying, I guess, is, what are we fucking talking about? When you say to me, like, oh, like, this guy who he's going very hot, I'm pretty sure this is his fourth time that he's going to lead the NFL in interceptions. That's the guy? So, no, I'd say the Seahawks' chances are as good as anybody's. You got the best quarterback, a very good defense, very good. I don't know if it's necessarily fair to say very good. And every dog has his day, in for better or for worse. That means that sometimes you're going to fucking just well past overperform. And sometimes you're going to get the shit kicked out of you, So, but I mean, it's worth looking forward to, right? Like, you got to be happy that you're in first. Or tied for first, maybe.